everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and it's like not even 8 in the morning. It's a rainy Wednesday morning here today. I've already taken my daughter to 7:30 band and my husband to work. And my husband told me this morning that as soon as I have the house cleared out and ready for, I'm cleared out and ready for a realtor to walk through, he will have one. He's basically done. There's a few minor touch-ups he's got to fix, like some paint splatter. He's got one or two more walls that just need a little bit of more sanding and painting. So basically he said he's done. So it's just me getting everything finalized. So today, he said yesterday I did upstairs, so I got all the bedrooms done. I'll still have to do the bathrooms, but that's, all 4 bathrooms I'm going to do in one day. Today I was actually going to do the basement, but after my husband said that, I think today I'm going to do the whole main floor. There is still quite a lot of work for me to do to have everything, kind of set up. How do I want to have my house kind of like a presentation for like a realtor or for prospective homeowners to come through. So I want to kind of set that up. So I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of my house. I'm going to say like right now, it's like 8 in the morning. I've got dishes still on the counter, nothing. There's just stuff everywhere because I haven't really done a lot yet. I've got piles of things just on every surface that I have to deal with. So I'm just gonna flip this, just our main living room. Now obviously we need this table here with our electronics, with the TV up on the wall here. But when we have a realtor come through, we'll just unhook all the wires and not have any wires dangling. It looks so much neater when I had the taller shelf, but I sold it because we won't be able to, it's just more furniture. We don't need it. So I can't do anything with this right now. I might just move it, like not today because all the wires are hooked in, but when we have the realtor coming through, I'll have my husband help me and we'll figure out how to, clear off all the electronic stuff out of the way. And then, our coffee table and the chair. And then the fireplace. I know it's a Christmas one. That's the only fireplace screen I have. And I will say I never really noticed it when my kids were little because we never really used this front room for the first almost 10 years we lived here. And so the kids were never in this point, so I never realized how hot that glass really gets. Well, I had other things in front, and my kids knew that this was off limits. But but with the pets here and we actually use this, and when I have my day home kids, I actually do use this TV because I didn't have one downstairs for a little while during the construction stuff. So I do have the Christmas screen up. Again, that's like a safety thing. So obviously, being not quite Christmas, I can remove it, but not right now. And then just my couch, I know it's just lots of blankets on my couch. I'll be clearing them around. And like I said, this extra little table here and all this extra stuff sitting around, I will be, moving all this stuff around and just kind of, clearing up. This is just a stack of library books, this pillar, I'll have to find somewhere for it. And then my dining room, again, just extra things are just sitting on top of the table. So, and my china cabinet is still got a lot of extra things I haven't packed yet. And I think I might start packing some of this glass stuff today, or at least get it more, organized. Like I said, that's just all the curtains we took down. That's just some tablecloths I just finished washing. Just a stack of photos that we took off the walls. So that's easy to deal with, And then coming into my kitchen, I have to kind of clear and make this cupboard here because it's this is my kitchen. So it's like, how do I do this? So that's where the cats eat. And so I'm like, well, I can kind of clean that, we can always put the cat food on the floor with the dog food for a short period of time, just kind of clear off the counter, move things around. Same with, like I said, I've got dishes and things still sitting here, last night's supper dishes, like empty pop bottles, things like that I'm working, just early in the morning. I haven't really done too much. Same with my counter. My counter still needs to be wiped off from breakfast this morning. And then just, you know, this extra stuff, like a stack of Bibles, I gotta put them away somewhere. Mop bucket's gotta get obviously put in the garage. Then I've got to deal with my greenhouse, which I think I'm just gonna collapse it for now. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I'm not gonna grow anything. All my stuff I have in there has all mostly died, I think. I will double check. But I might just collapse it and not have the greenhouse, just move those plants to a few other places. Obviously, I still have this whole thing to clear out because I have not touched it in a very long time. In fact, I'm avoiding that whole section. In fact, not only am I avoiding that section, I'm actually putting things there that I just don't feel like dealing with. That's what most of this stuff over here is. It's just the corner where I'm putting things just to avoid dealing with them. And then just this table, I'll just center this one for now. We're using it as a puzzle table. So, and then, like I said, under here it's just more painting stuff, so my husband was putting that away. I'm just clearing this off, just making it look a little bit neater, more organized. Just, you know, just doing a few basic cleaning thing in the kitchen because my main floor is not bad. The laundry room, same thing, just have excess stuff sitting out because the closet was getting cleaned out. I'll be moving all the extra brooms, just hanging them up in the garage. And then I gotta deal with all this stuff because it's gotta go back in the cupboards. I said everything was just kind of taken out and moved when we were painting. And I just have not had the time to put every little thing back. And then my craft room, same thing. Just got to get this a little more organized. And yes, I am using a lawn chair in my craft room right now because I don't have any other chairs that work with this height of this table that I'm kind of using. So everything is cleared out. There's not really a lot to do on the main floor, but that is what I'm going to be dealing with. So I think I'm going to start with my living room because I really want to figure out how to stage this and kind of where I think I want the furniture to go. I think because I want people to see that it is an open concept house. It flows through. Where the TV is sitting is, you know, not the best place. So the couch is angled to see the TV, but then it also makes the couch is actually dividing between a living room and the dining room. But for the longest time, we never had the couch sitting along here. We actually had the couch sitting over here. So then you could walk through this. So that is what I want to do. I want to move my couch to along this wall and then figure out the placement of all the other furniture just to have that nice, you can see it's a living room and it's usable and you can see the fireplace. Now, because I was told when we did this, we had the TV put in, that the TV was going to go above the fireplace. And I had figured out how to angle the couch on the TV so we could use the fireplace and we could use the fireplace mantle, and we were going to build another shelf to house all the electronics, and then that never happened. So this is what I'm working with. So I'm going to just grab my tripod, set my camera up, and just rotate all the furniture around. Okay, so my first thing is I've got a couch, a chair, a coffee table, 2 end tables, 2 ottomans, and a little other trade table here. This little butler's table, I'm actually going to move it to the other corner. I'm not sure if it's going to go into the dining room area or into the kitchen area. So I'm going to start with that. I mean, I'm not even going to move too much. There's a few things here I got to kind of clean up. But I'm just going to move this table, lift it up. Just a big tray on the feet. Just move that tray. I'm just going to clutch the legs. I'm just going to kind of do this smaller stages, kind of. Figure out what is here. How do I want to have this all set up? to know how big this couch is and how it will look along that wall. All these blankets are dirty, so we're still have blankets on the couch because it's a white couch, just to kind of keep it a little bit cleaner. And then we take the blankets off when we have company. Stuffing from inside one of the blankets or pillows. Because this is like where we always used to have our couch here, and we had the love seat over there. Or we had the couch there, love seat here, because the love seat was shorter. But I'm just trying to see how I can angle this so people can walk in and have a nice flow through to the dining room area. I'm gonna say I don't really like it. Just doesn't quite look right, because we had like a couch and a love seat and they kind of could angle off of each other. I'll just play around with this, trying to figure out what's the best way to have the couch so you get that feeling that you can see everything. So I think I'll probably end up putting the couch along the window there. I think that would work better. So what I'm just going to do is going to move this couch over to the other side. So I got to move all this stuff. So I'll be back because I think it will look a lot better over there. I'm just trying to get this kind of staged. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, so I flipped the couch. Now the couch is actually centered with the window, which I really actually prefer my couch sitting against the window. I've got the two side tables on either side, and just get this angled a bit better. And I just had that table just sitting off to the side like that. I don't know, I'll probably just play around with this kind of table here. I need it for right now. I'm gonna leave the living room set up like this for today, just because I like the way it looks. People walk in, it gives you flow right through the living room, right into the dining room area. The second ottoman, I just have it under that window, just for right now. So I think I've done, except for cleaning out the cupboards and the drawers and doing the floor, that living room part, I think it's done. Now I'm gonna work on the dining room area. This will be pretty easy. Oops. Obviously, first thing to get rid of course, the ladder. I'm just gonna move it out of my way. I'm just gonna move it to the hallway. I can't reach where my husband keeps them in the garage, so he'll have to put it away, although he might still need it. So I guess I'm just gonna clear off my dining room table, figure out what's here, what goes where. Like this is clean dishes. I just kind of got set here. Oh, an apple seed. Okay, didn't know what that was. Just gonna move the dishes, the extension cord into the other room here. And this goes in the kitchen cupboard. These are the wine rack. We've never used them. We actually took these out so we can have an actual usable shelf. Then the other shelf that has where the wine glasses go, we actually flipped it upside down. So then we had, again, an easier shelf to actually, another usable shelf. So I'm just gonna clear off the dining room table and then I'll be back. All right, so it's taking me 10 minutes, but I got my dining room table mostly cleared off. So I've just got the curtain rods put away and the curtains. And for the curtains, I've bought these bags for all my bedding. So you put them in, it's like a giant Ziploc bag, and it's a vacuum sealed. So I will be doing that soon with the curtains. Set that with the curtains, and then I gotta put the curtain rods away. I've got the hardware. I've got two that I've got to put the little end pieces back on, and I got all these curtain rods, which I always tape them together, But not just that, I always find that because they do slide, so you can go to pick it up because the little finials are heavy, so they do slide out. So I always like to tape them together. So a little bit of masking tape, nothing really sticky, even just painter's tape. I know it's not very secure, but it just holds them in place. And then I tape all the curtain rods together with the hardware, so I know what hardware goes with what curtain rods. So I'm just going to set these in the other room, and then I'm just going to start to reset my table, like not with the dishes, not like a full dish set like I normally would, but just the centerpiece stuff. And then I said, when I was doing this, I realized that I put my little, this is actually, looks like lace, which I thought was interesting because it was a nice, good tablecloth, and it was just like super cheap at a secondhand store quite a few years ago. And I spotted it like across, like I was looking for tablecloths and blankets, and I spotted this. I'm like, well, you know, why wasn't anybody touching this lace tablecloth? And they weren't taking it because it is actually plastic. And I'm like, with little kids, I'm like, that is perfect. I've got a washable tablecloth, so if my kids spill anything, I can just wipe up easily. Plus, it really looks like lace. Now I have it upside down. I didn't realize it was just upside down until I started putting stuff, you know, redoing the table. So I will be, you know, wiping this down, flipping it over, and then I'm going to put another lace tablecloth over top of this one, I think. I'm not sure. But, so like, it was really cheap, and it's easy to wash. I can just throw it in the laundry room sink, let it soak for a while, kind of scrub it up, and then just hang dry it outside over the edge of my balcony, and wipe it down with a towel if it's still a little damp, and you know, I don't have to do anything. So it's like, it was really good. Works perfect for what I need it for. So I'm just going to move the curtain rods and wash this, and then I will be back. Okay, so I got my table wiped off. I've got the tablecloth cleaned and flipped the proper way, but I'm still going to put this other pink, this is actual real lace tablecloth. I've had this one for so long. It's actually it was a gift from my ex-husband's boss's wife. They were from India, and they were heading back to India like almost 20 years ago, and she really wanted to bring me something from India, and I said no, I didn't need anything, that was fine, but she really wanted to bring me something from India. So I said a tablecloth. So she handpicked this tablecloth for me, and I would say the last 21 years, it's always on my table. See, is it not gonna fit? No, see, it's too short for when I have the leaf in here, it's too short. It will fit the other table. So, but I think I'll still keep it on just because I got the white and then I got this pink one. I kind of like that. Just kind of give some color in here. Just, so I'm not really putting anything on the table. I just want to have a tablecloth and then just my little napkin and salt and pepper shaker and the butter dish. That's all I'm going to keep on this table right now. This table is for sale. Had a few offers, but nothing, you know, too serious. It fits so much better on my kitchen table than it does on the dining room table, but there, I like the way it looks. So now just kind of add something more to the room. It just, I don't know, the white sometimes just really, really white against the darker furniture. Also, my ceiling is very white and my walls have a soft pink to them. So with this in here, it actually makes my walls look really more pink compared to the whiteness of the ceiling. It's really interesting how adding a little bit of color somewhere just changes everything. And I'm gonna say, yes, my house is really, really echoey and I can hear it a lot more every day. Okay, so my next thing will be to do the china cabinet. It's not really, I'm not gonna take anything out of the china cabinet. I'm just gonna get it more organized, but it's the stuff on top. I think there's just too much stuff on top. It's kind of cluttered looking. It's okay, but I've got a couple empty shelves now because I was going through and I got rid of some of the really cheap, cheaper cuts of glass that I had. Some of the not really stuff that just looked nice that I could have for my kids being around, just so I look like I can have like nice, you know, platters when we've got company over, and it's not the good expensive like antique type stuff. It's just the cut glass from like the dollar store or thrift stores. So all that stuff is gone. So I think everything now here in my china cabinet is actually like good expensive items. You can see there's still a few cheaper pieces in here, but that's expected because I have a few that I kind of like. So I'm just gonna reorganize my china cabinet and put the few things back on my dining room table, and then I will be back. Alright, so I've got the top of my china cabinet, looks a lot better. I actually got about half the dishes that were up here put away, and my china cabinet still looks good. I mean, it's still a few too many things on some of the shelves, but it still looks really good. And then my dining room table, I've got it just down to just the basics, which my tripod's tipping over. I've got it down to just the few basics here. So I just have little candles, simple little candlesticks, my little marble ones, and then these are just my Christmas candles, just battery operated, but just something simple. I couldn't find my other candles that I thought would look better. The ones I found don't fit in these candle holders. Then I've got my salt and pepper shakers, my butter, and then I got my little napkins and the little flowers, and they're on the little turntable here. So there, my dining room is done. I think my place is starting to look really good. We're getting closer to, you know, when my husband said today for me to finalize the house and get ready for the realtor. I know we're getting really, really close to actually listing the house now. So now I can really start to just focus and get this more ready and set up for showings. So next I'm going to do my kitchen. I don't really know what I can really do in the kitchen. I mean, I've got a few too many things on the counter. I can't put the spices in the pantry right now. I gotta clear out the cupboards. I don't want to do that today. I would like to center the table a little bit better, but that's a two-person job, so I'll have to wait on that. I guess I'm just going to, so doing the kitchen area is going to be a little bit trickier today. So I guess I'm going to go and work on the laundry room and my craft room. Maybe my craft room first. Okay, so I'm in the craft room. I'm doing laundry right now, which is why I thought it'd be kind of tricky to do that one. There's not really anything in here for me to really do at the moment. Just got to clear off the window ledge. I'm going to bring my sewing machine out, get that set up, because I do want to sew. I don't know if I'll get to any projects today, but I do have a few that I want to get working on this week. I've had people commenting about sewing, so I really want to get back into some sewing. So I guess my first thing will be just clearing off the table and of course sweeping the floor for my last projects. All the bits of glue and paper and stuff are still on the floor because I made the crafts and I haven't been back in this room. So I'm just gonna move the stuff that's on the floor out of my way and then I will be back. Okay, so it's taken me 10 minutes to take stuff out of here and sweep the floor. So there wasn't really anything really too much to do in the craft room. I'm gonna bring up the little bookshelf that's in the spare bedroom, only because I need somewhere to put some of my sewing supplies. I don't want them on the window ledge like that. It just doesn't look nice. So I'm just gonna go grab that little bookshelf, and then I can move stuff around, and I'm gonna get my sewing machine set up because I do have some sewing projects which I did actually bring out. So I know if I bring out the sewing machine, I bring out my material, I'm gonna start sewing very soon. So I will be back when I've got the little bookshelf brought up and just a little bit more organized in this room. All right, so I've got my craft room done. I've got my sewing machine set up. I've got the clothes I have to mend, and then I've got a few other sewing projects that I'd like to do. I got my fall wreath sitting there because I got to fix it because it kind of got a little bit broken. And then I did bring up this little bookshelf here, and I've got my crafting books and my cookbooks, whichever ones are not packed, so the ones that I do actually enjoy using. Actually, I went through and I'm down to like 5 or 6 cookbooks, or is it 8? I don't know. 4, 5, 6, 8 cookbooks, and just a few craft books. I've got a few more craft books. I don't know where my quilting ones are, unless I actually did get rid of them. I was trying to sell some at my yard sale, so I don't know. They could still be in a box in the garage. But then I have a few other little things. Because right now I'm using the lawn chair as my crafting chair, I just have it folded and just tucked between the bookshelf and the wall. And then I just have my easel sitting in this corner. And then on this shelf here, I just have my sewing machine, and my other printer, wires for different things. And then up on the top, I've got all my ring light tripods. So this room is done. Now it's almost 10:30, so I've been doing this since before 8. I have a few errands to go run, but when I get back, I will do the laundry room, and then I will get started on the great room. Yeah, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back now. I'm just gonna stop the dryer for just a moment. I'm just trying to dry all the bedding I was washing. So I'm in the laundry room. I'm just going to clear off everything that's on the washer and dryer. Most of the stuff is supposed to be in the closet or in those cupboards. So I will be doing that. And then the cupboards up there are organized, but it is this lower cabinet, and it doesn't matter how often I clean out this cupboard, organize it. This is the cupboard that everything just gets thrown into. Try to lower this if I can. Okay, this is just the cupboard, laundry room cupboard, all the cleaners, everything just gets pushed in here. So I'm going to pull all this stuff out too. So I'm going to pull this out, bring all this stuff down, and then put it all away and organize. It's just not much to do. It's just going to take a few minutes. So I'll be back when I get all this stuff pulled out. Okay, so I've got everything pulled up from under that cupboard. There's not a lot of stuff here, not like I used to have. It's mostly organized. The one thing is a brand new thing of palm olive. This was stored in the garage, so I don't know why it's under the sink. So I'll be moving that to above the washer and dryer, and this big container here with that amount of cleaning solution. This I am not going to be putting back under, well, I'll probably put it back under the sink, but I want this to be gone because I don't want to get stuck, moving big bottle like this with no cleaner in it. This was under there and it is empty, and I had another bottle. Oh, this vinegar bottle was also under there and it is also empty. So a couple empty bins or empty boxes take up a lot of room. The other thing is my little cleaning caddy. It has no cleaners in it. All the cleaners are sitting out of the little caddy. So that means somebody took the cleaners out and then they didn't put the cleaners back in here. So I'm just gonna get this stuff picked up and reorganized as to what goes in here. And this is for the car. I know I use this on a few other leather surfaces, but this is actually for my car. So I'll be putting this back in the garage with the rest of the car stuff. And this was sitting on top of the washer. I'm glad it wasn't on top of the dryer because you're not supposed to get hot. So aerosol, this is for the cleaning computers, dusting, it was compressed air, so it's for, I don't know, for cleaning off the keyboards. I can't even speak. For cleaning off the keyboards for the computers. So this, I know I had to use it recently. We also use it for the PlayStation and the game and the Xbox when they're having trouble doing things in the little controller ports. So I'm glad it was sitting on top of the washer, not on top of the dryer. But again, this actually, because of what it is, this doesn't get stored in the laundry room. It actually gets stored in the garage. So I'll be putting that back in the garage. And then I just have a whole bunch of things like this. Like I bought brand new little garbage bags. They're just loose under here. I usually keep them in the drawers in the bathroom. So I will make sure that each bathroom has a new little bag of garbage bags. And this is just my cooktop. So I've got the one I'm using, but these extra ones are usually up above the dryer in the basket of extra things. This is the pet brush, so it never got put back with the pet supplies. And then I also have the gloves I am currently using, and then I have two brand new pairs that I recently bought. I bought one recently because I didn't think I had any, and I guess I must have bought another pair pretty recent enough. But above the washer or the dryer, I do have a pile of them. So it's just one of those things. Every once in a while, I do go and buy a nice pair of these. I love these gloves. I love the length of them, and I like the sayings. This one here is careful my nails, and this one is domestic goddess. And I have another one, something housewife, whatever it was. I did have another one I really liked the design on, and it had like where your wedding ring would be on the ring finger. It actually had like a little stone thing on it, like so it looked like you had your ring showing. It was really cute. But I found that one, as much as I liked it, that little decal there really made it hard for cleaning certain things. But I do like these ones. So I'll put those ones away. So I'm just going to organize it. There's not much here. Clean under there, and then just put the rest of this stuff away. I do know that this is empty, but I still have it out. Actually, was sitting on top of the washer, and somebody threw it underneath. That's because I don't have any of the cleaning product of this. I've ran out cleaning the house, and I just keep forgetting to buy some. So I can't use my Shark at the moment. I still want to try that technique of the boiling water and seeing if it will pop the seal, and then I can reuse this. I've seen YouTube videos where people were doing that for not the Shark, I don't think, but it was some other system. Oh, the Swiffer, that's what they were using, the Swiffer. But the Swiffer has a different type of a top. So I don't know if that will work, but I'd like to try it and see, because then if I can pop the seal on this and if I can reuse this container, it will save me so much more money in cleaning product. So I will be back in a few moments when I get this organized and put back under. Which I guess I'll just show if I can stand up. Okay, sorry, I banged my knee trying to stand up. Okay, but see these cupboards up here? They are still organized from the last time I had done them. So don't have to touch them. I mean, I think I've got a few products I might need to bring down because I don't see any toilet bowl cleaner or the other bathroom cleaner, although they could be upstairs. So because I've got extras up in that cupboard, but I don't see any in this pile. But I will, then under here, so I obviously have to clean that. So I'm going to spray that down. Now we have a couple cleaners that we keep up here on this by the sink here. One is the Oxy Orange. We just keep it out because we use it all the time. And the other is this bottle here. It's just a vinegar and water mix. It's about 50-50. Hard to know exactly because I'm not the only one who tops this stuff up. My husband usually tops up with more water. I make it with a little more vinegar. So whoever made it last, will depend on how much water, how much vinegar there is. So I'll be back when I'm ready to put everything underneath. Okay, so it's taken me a few minutes, but I've got this all organized. I don't seem to have any little cleaners that fit in my caddy, but I've got it now all filled with the other supplies I need. So I've got the big thing of brand new dish soap, and then I have the refill for the LA Awesome Orange. This is the same price as the spray bottle, if you can find these. I'm finding, even these I'm finding hard to find at my Dollar Tree. I'm not shopping there as much. I'm finding they don't really seem to have as much. But it's the same price. This is 32 ounces and this is 64 ounces. So you're getting double for the same price. You're just basically paying for the spray attachment. I just wish the sprayer would fit these type of bottles, but you know, it means I just have, this will fill this 2 times, but I'm not gonna have 2 of these bottles out. So it means it's just as this one runs out, I'm just topping it up with this. This is our last one of these. It's been a couple of years since we've seen these. So I'm hoping that they bring them in, or I'm able to find somebody else who does, because I really like the LA Totally Awesome line of cleaners. I do have 1 bottle of bleach. I don't use bleach too often, but once in a while you do need bleach for something, you know, kids and pets and things. And then I have 3 boxes that have different cleaners in, cleaning things in them. The one is my fabric shaver. The other is my it's the ionic cleaner for getting lint and dust and things off of clothing. And then I also have a dryer lint attachment for the vacuum. And then I just have my basic cleaners here. And this big bottle here, it's gonna be gone fairly soon. So I do have another thing of floor cleaner. It was down here, but I put it up there because I want this big one gone. I was gonna put that big one, other Palmolive one in the garage, only to realize that the shelf that was on is been moved. So that is probably why it got brought into here, because my husband was organizing the garage. So now I just have a few loose items down here to put up on top of the washer and dryer. My irons go in the hall closet, and I got the step stools, they also go in the hall closet. And then I have all my little, I can just pull it over here, my little essential oils. I got some brand new ones. So I get them at the dollar store. So I'm trying to think. This one's here from Dollarama, you can say. So $1.75 for this one. I like the, well, that's peppermint. Oh, I didn't realize that, because I usually do, I used to do lemongrass. I love the lemongrass. And the lavender. That's the 2 I use all the time for laundry. These are some new ones. So this one is peppermint. That's going to be nice in my laundry because I have my wool dryer balls. And then these ones here, just gonna keep falling. These ones here are from Dollar Tree, so they were probably $1.50. This one is new ripened berry, and this one is lime. Now these are not for the dryer balls. Actually, maybe this one won't be either. But I have my other essential oil thing, diffusers, so that's what these were bought for. As I said, for my laundry, I use the lemongrass and the lavender. These would be from Dollarama, so I guess they were about $1.50, but I guess it says they're now $1.75. And this, I still haven't had a chance to make any of my anti-static spray that I spray my dryer balls with. And then this is just a little liquid, this is for liquid detergent in my washing machine, so I just keep that out. And that's just a little plastic thing from one of my son's shirts. And that's funny because he's not here anymore and I found it in the washer, so I'm going to take these out. I don't have anywhere to put these right at the moment, so I'm just going to leave them in this little tray for now, just so it looks like I have stuff in my laundry room, I guess. And my little essential oils. So one of these was empty. Well, that one's got stuff. That one's got stuff. That one's full. This was the empty one. I knew there was one that was empty. There usually is one that's empty, and I just usually end up not taking it, and I forget which one I need, so I'll just buy a new one of each. I didn't even read sorry about that. Didn't even read the fragrance of these. I just thought it was green, so it would just match the other green one. So it doesn't quite, but there we go. I'll just do that. And my anti-static spray when I get a chance to remake it. Will just sit there, and my dryer ball's going here, and this just sits on top of my washer. So I'm just gonna put these up on top of the washer, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the laundry room. So like I said, I've got this all organized now. Up there is all done. I've got just what I need sitting out. And then in here, I've got the step stools, I got my irons, and then I've just have the one broom and then the two dustpans. So the long one on a handle and then the short one that just clips to the broom handle. The other three I had here. I know there should be one more somewhere around. I just put them in the garage. Then when I'm done with the vacuum, we have these hooks, and this is where we hang our vacuum. So that's all that's going to be in the closet. So that is done. My laundry room is done. Garbage cans, I actually emptied them and I've washed them out, even the litter box, because tomorrow's garbage day. So that's all clean and done. So my laundry room is done. So today I have done the formal living room, formal dining room, my craft room, and the laundry room. It is now getting close to 5 o'clock. So what I really want to do is start on the kitchen area. So I'm going to start working on the counters and stuff, and just trying to get some of that stuff like put away and just moved out of my way. I'm not going to get to that part tomorrow. I will do that. So tomorrow I will do this corner. This is what tomorrow's Thursday. So I'm going to do this whole corner here tomorrow. I think I'm just going to quit for tonight. Like I said, I started doing this just before 8 this morning. It's now like just a few minutes to 5. So I've been doing this like all day. Did take a little break in the afternoon, but still, like, for a few things I had to get done. So I'm just going to work on this tonight. So it's not much. It's just putting the stuff away. So I guess I will be back tomorrow. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's now about 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. I'm going to be doing the rest of my great room today. This is what I want to get done. I tried to get stuff done last night. I got the vacuuming done, so I was going to start to mop. Never got to that part last night, but I got the whole main floor is totally vacuumed. I've got my kitchen is more cleared than it was yesterday, but what I'm trade on, you know, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look as organized, but I was moving things and putting things away. But today I just want to focus on this side. So I'm going to take and collapse down my greenhouse. I'm going to see, I think some of those plants, they're probably mostly dead. If not, I can put them, there's a few little pots with plants in them. I can put them in other places. I don't need the whole greenhouse. All my other gardening stuff, I will just put on the shelf in the garage. I may just put the whole greenhouse with all the gardening stuff in the garage. Like not the full thing, but just a couple shelves, just kind of take it apart. Clear off all these shelves on this built-in here. And then I really want to get into these 4 drawers or cupboards. I guess 2 are drawers and 2 are cupboards. So I really want to get into that stuff. That basket there is my material, so I'll be moving that into the craft room. And then that bin there is all my candles, so it's too heavy. I'm just going to leave it there. I also want to wrap the candles so when we go to move, they don't get broken. And I'm going to want to center this table under the ceiling fan. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it this way or if I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to see how it looks when everything else is cleared out. But I can't move the table by myself. It's too heavy. So I will try. So I will be back when I get these few items done and moved out of my way. And of course I got this stuff here. The laundry room closet is now cleared out. I can now put this stuff back in the laundry room closet. So that's what I'm going to do. Put those things in the laundry room closet, take down the greenhouse, and take the basket of stuff to the craft room, and then take all this glass stuff off of these shelves. So I will be back when I get all that done. All right, so now I've got that cupboard all cleared off, or those shelves. Everything along here, except the couple little vases, were all on those shelves. So that's a lot of stuff, more stuff than I thought. I mean, yes, I can see every item when it was on the shelf, but once I bring it down, oh, excuse me. Once I bring it down off the shelf and you're looking at everything just lined up, it's like, that was a lot of stuff. But I've still got Christmas decor out and I have Easter decor out, so it's, you know, just how busy we've been. Just kind of hides in places. And then over here, I've got my greenhouse taken apart. One of the little bars, I cannot get it out. I think the plastic is cracked. So I'll get my husband to look at that. Otherwise, all this other stuff is everything that was on the shelf. So I'm just gonna go grab a box from the garage. I don't wanna use my good Rubbermaid totes for gardening stuff. So especially that one blue garbage can is actually full of more dirt. It's the cheaper peat moss type with the little sticks and things. I don't really like that mix. It was a really cheap mix. I think it was from Superstore or Walmart. It was super cheap. And I was so mad about the way it looked. And then the bag split, so I had to dump the stuff somewhere, and it's probably not going to be keeping that dirt. You need to find, you know, somewhere in the yard to kind of like hide it somewhere, or maybe just throw it in the compost. I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So I know that blue bin of dirt I'm not taking with us. The other one is new potting soil, so that I will be keeping. And then that's just some other pots, and half those pots are the plastic things that the plants come in. So obviously those will be going in the recycle or compost, depending on if they're plastic or bamboo. So there was not really a lot of stuff. It was just, you know, I mean, overall, just looks like it took up a lot of room. So now I'm like, just debating, do I start packing this stuff up, or do I pull everything out from these cupboards? And I think I'm gonna do the cupboards. That way I know there's a little bit of collectible glass items. That way I can pack all the glass items together. Also, I've got all the glass items on the open shelves in my kitchen too, so I can take all those down, put them with this stuff, and just have one packing box thing, whatever you want to call it. Just concentrate on packing in one step, you know, taking everything off of everything, and, you know, in different steps. So taking everything down, putting it on the floor, then going over and cleaning off the shelves and the cupboards, and then packing. So it's in like 3 or 4 different steps, rather than trying to just do everything at once. So I'll be back. I'm just gonna grab my tripod and I'll be back and I'll show you what's in those cupboards. Sorry, didn't realize that my phone stopped recording. A message came across the screen and it made it stop, and I didn't realize that. So I had cleared out this cupboard here. What was in here was video games and controllers, so it just took a minute to pull everything out. I'm now working on this cupboard, which I have all these collectible items. Not really collectible items, but the things that my kids had made at those clay painting, you know, you paint your own pottery places. So I've got a lot of that in here. And then it's also anything my kids made at school. So I've got 3 of their little pumpkins that they made. I forget what grade, either grade 5 or grade 6. That was just a project that everybody did in art class one of those years. I'm thinking grade 6, I don't know. I'll have to ask my kids and see, because they were at different elementary schools. So I think it might have been grade 6, but I will find out for sure. But you can see that this is my oldest daughter's. It's been dropped many times. And then these are my other 2. And then my youngest, I don't know, she never made one, I don't know. Or if it's up with other things. I have this little snowman thing I have out almost every year for Christmas. I bought it when my youngest was just a baby for her first Christmas, and I bought it. I thought it was a cute, a little for snowman on a sled. Never really paid any attention to it. And then just a few years ago, I always told my kids, oh, it was like each one of them. Then a few years ago, I realized that the order of these, because I always said girl, girl, boy, girl, because I gave my kids their names, and I realized this one here actually has a top hat. And so it actually does work, girl, girl, boy, girl. And I was just thought it was really cool that, you know, I bought this when my youngest was just for her first Christmas. And I never realized this till just a couple years ago. So it means I had this around for a long time before I realized the order of the snowman actually matched the birth order of my kids. So I'm just clearing this out. It won't take me long to do this. I'm just gonna finish this. And then I will be back to do under there, because that is the one I'm always avoiding. These two, I kind of knew what was in them, you know, games and controllers. And then my kids' stuff that they had made, like some Mother's Day stuff and these other things. So I will be back when I'm ready to get under the messy cupboard. Okay, so I've got this cupboard cleared out. Oops. It just needs a good cleaning because I found a bag of dried flowers for when I was going to try to make potpourri. I do it every once in a while. I don't know how old these particular flowers are, how long they've been under there drying, but you know, there's probably a few good bulbs in here, dried out bulbs in here that I can actually, you know, kind of make some potpourri. Found a couple magazines that are from 2017 in the very bottom of that drawer, so I know it's been a while since I've looked in there. I found a couple of Commodore VIC-19 games, Home Babysitting and Omega Race. So that is just really interesting. I don't know how long they've been under there. Found whenever they brought out the retro Pepsi bottles, quite a few years ago. I do find these bottles around my house because my kids will go and buy themselves some type of a retro bottle of something, and so then they just collect it. So I gotta put that with the rest of them. I found my wooden 3D tic-tac-toe game. So as if tic-tac-toe isn't hard enough, let's make it 3D so you can really build vertically, horizontal, and diagonally on multiple levels, multiple, you know, ways. So it's like, depending on how you look at the board, it's like a Rubik's Cube kind of a thing. So it's not just playing, you know, just pen and paper. It's not just, you know, it's like, let's play some X and O's. I totally forgot about that game. Okay, now under here, I'm just gonna open this up. I do look in here every once in a while and I just quickly shut the door. That is what I've got under there. It is piled up to the top, so nothing is gonna fall out, nothing's gonna move. So I'm gonna start pulling things out. First thing I see is the Valentine stuff I made a couple years ago. I see the Wii, I see the GameCube, and I see a whole pile of tangled computer wires and controllers. And that is the reason why I don't want to touch this cupboard, because I know it's not like there's a lot of stuff, but it's what's under here. I actually see like an alarm clock at the top of the pile. So I'm just going to start to pull some of this stuff out. It's not going to take long to pull this stuff out. That don't want to get my knee into the broken stems of the flowers, because that will hurt. A whole bunch of remote controls. C4, 8 remote controls. I don't know what they go to. TVs, VCR, DVD players. I don't know anymore. That type of stuff I leave to my husband to figure out. I've got my winter insoles from a couple years ago. I tried them in the one pair of boots, they didn't work. And this is where they got put. But $3 at Dollarama, so they're now $5 at Dollarama. So I'll see if they'll work in my new winter boots. We have a, looks like a brand new, unopened, oh, there's a couple, oh no, these are the broken ones. It just, the box looked like it was, no, this is the one that the screen's cracked. Looked like it was a brand new system, because that wouldn't surprise me if we still have one or two brand new ones somewhere. Oh, when I sold Avon, I bought these for everybody one year for, or a lot of people one year for Christmas, and it's the Ice Traction slip-ons. I didn't like them, they didn't work for me. Some people liked them, it's either you like these or not. These ones were just really cheap, but I got them, I believe when I sold Avon, that's all I only could think of, unless I found them at the dollar store. But I thought these ones were from Avon. It could have been a different ones from Avon. Oh, what do I have here? I have Life of Clint Eastwood. I thought I got rid of this book because I had a whole bunch of these type of books, and I was going to make, a couple years ago, I was going to make myself an adult library with all these memoir type life of people books, but it wasn't really something I wanted to do. So, okay, now I'm starting to just, I don't want everything to fall. I've got a Wii and a GameCube. Well, I know we can't play the Wii because I don't have any controllers for it. Then this is just a stack of unused rewritable DVDs. I still have a lot of them left. Now, when I pull this is all going to come out in one big pile. There we go. It's just all the wires for everything. I don't want to deal with that today. I'm not going to. I'm just going to put all that stuff in a box and just leave it for a while. Empty CD cases. Of course, I find stacks and stacks of CDs not in cases or anything, and then I find a stack of cases empty. Oops, this one is actually full. Oh, here they all are. Ooh, got all the kids' movies. They should all work. I totally forgot. (2003), 2003. So there, those should all work. Another piece here. It's actually full of more of my kids' CDs and sing-alongs and actual movies. I'll have to see if those will actually work. Another one here. Oh, this one's empty. Oh no, this one's got a few CDs, music CDs in here. Okay. Another big CD binder. And in here is full of more movies. Oh, I found them all. We thought we lost them. Okay, we thought one of the kids took them when the girls moved out. We thought maybe they took some of them with us, or they were just somewhere else. The game map for that's the Xbox. An empty box. I had perfume in it one time. One of my daughter's laptop. I know which one because I know who painted theirs black. Another CD case. Let's see what's in here. This is the New Testament on CD. Okay, forgot about that. More wires. Rabbit ears. That's been a long time since we've had rabbit ears that plug into a TV like that. That's stuff for our modem that we're using right now, I believe. Locker shelf. This was for the, is it in here? No, it's not in here. This was for the GameCube, and it has your touchable screen, so you can actually take your GameCube on the go. So that's the box for it. More wires. I don't know what these ones are for. I know some wires, but stuff like this, I don't know. Sorry, just my timer looked like it had stopped again. So, some more school stuff. Oh, another binder. Oh, let's see if my daughter likes that one. So it looks okay. Well, I can get her to look at it. Some more wires here. I'm going to keep that one out because that one actually looks similar to the ones I'm using right now. Oh, the little thing, little house thing for my nativity scene. It hangs on the tree. An empty package. Old phone books. Let's see, what year are these from? 18, 17, and 16. So I have the phone books for 16, 17, and 18. Those can definitely go in the recycling box. Bag here, it's got remotes. Don't know what for. Yeah, remotes for stuff, more wires, and more controllers for some video system. This one has stuff. This is definitely not my stuff because I don't know what any of this stuff is. This is the stuff that goes with hooking up the sound system in our house. We've never used it. The previous owners never even had it fully hooked up. 26 years. These little switch box thingies are in a bed. I don't know how long these have been under here, but another book. Oh, this is a good book to find in a pile of stuff like this. Simplify Brilliant, How to Get Organized. A book on how to get organized under a pile of garbage. These are these other, okay, I know these wires now. Now I know what these wires are for. This is just broken plastic, or no, broken glass thing. This stuff, I'm going to just say, I'm not going to touch this stuff here. These type of wires, I'm putting these wires back here. What is this? Oh, hair elastics. Okay. These ones here, I'm going to put back under here because that goes with that stuff. I'm leaving it. I'm not touching any more of this stuff. I don't know. My husband will have to look at these wires because these are all this whole system thing. And I don't know what these boxes are. See the remote that goes with that? Yes, it is. So I'm just going to leave this bag under here as well. Not going to take anything out. That goes with that stuff. I'm not going to touch that right now. I will in a little bit when I'm cleaning. I will pull those out and clean and get them a little bit straighter. I think that box is actually the box to our Blu-ray player, I believe, that we're actually using right now. But the other two systems, I don't know. So I'm just going to leave those there. So he was getting one of his nephews to hook it up for us, and that's as far as it got, was they just brought the wires. Same with these two wires in these packs that go to the modem and this other cable. I'm just going to leave them under there and say that's that system of stuff. These other wires, maybe I'll put these wires under here too, because that's, and this brown cord, I don't know. I'll put these ones under here with this stuff. They were kind of closer to those type of wires. They weren't with this other pile of wires. That stuff, oh, excuse me. That stuff I will leave under there. So now I'm just going to grab some boxes, pack this stuff up, and, you know, get rid of the garbage because I did find some garbage items. I'm going to put the remotes, I think I'll just leave the remotes under here too for now because some of these remotes might go to that stuff. I don't know. I am one of those people who, when I see a pile of remotes and I don't know what they go to, my husband, he knows how, he seems to remember what TV, what DVD player, what VCR each remote goes to. He can look at it, know what the brand was, and mix and match. He can actually match the remotes to the product. I have to press every one to figure out what goes to what. So I leave that stuff for him. So I will be back shortly when I get all this stuff kind of cleaned up. Okay, so I've been working hard on this. So I've got my table a little bit angled. I might move it more one direction. I'm not sure. I've kind of got it centered with the built-in system over here. I've got some of my collectible things I want to keep out just because, you know, all these open shelves I want to have stuff on. And then some of these are from the shelves that are in the kitchen area around the window ledge. But I have washed it all out so you can see. It's got some staining stuff spilt, so I've got to do some better scrubbing there. But these drawers are cleared out. And then anything that's under here is all the wires and stuff that goes to all those big wire things I know nothing about, so I'm not touching that. But it's all neat and organized under here and in here. Like I said, I just got some sticky spilt stuff in there to clean off. I just did a quick wipe down of the shelves. I haven't wiped the outside of the shelves yet, the drawers yet, because I'm not doing a big thorough cleaning. I'm just doing a fast cleaning, kind of just getting things ready to, you know, getting ready to list the house right now. So there's, and I've got the pets food and water now under there. So, and I just finished putting all this other stuff away. So now I am going to work on clearing off the counters as much as possible, and clearing out some of the cupboards, any of the kitchen gadgets, things like that I don't think I'm going to be using. I can start packing away, like some of the duplicate things. Like out here on my stove, I actually have 2 of these things full of all my kitchen utensil things, so I'll be packing one away. I've got these drawers and I've got duplicates of everything, so we've got just the random stuff, and then we have the ones that all match with the red. Most of them are like, I think, KitchenAid or something, just a couple brands, but that I'll be organizing. Same within these drawers. This is all this extra, that silverware that I need. I guess it's just this one with all these extra little gadget things. I'm probably not going to be making any fruit, just to make those fruit cut shapes, fruit, whatever they're called. Oh, I have a strawberry slicer. I forgot. You know, like just various little things in here that I am not going to be needing. Like, I'm not doing any canning right now, so I don't need to keep this. I'm not going to be making any chocolates right now, so I don't need this out. So I mean, there's just a few things here and there. Like this I do need because that's for my garlic, so that I will use. But I will go through this, and I said I've got these other ones. This is by Wilton. This is to make the flowers and the fondant stuff. So those I probably don't need right now. Everything in this cupboard I do need. I think for the most part I need, yeah, that stuff I need. There's nothing really under there. The stuff in here I still mostly, well, this one here I probably don't need most of this stuff out anymore. This one is tea towels, that's what they're called, and the cloths. And then this is just, you know, Ziploc bags. So those I kind of need. My pots are under there. It's under here. Yeah, see, this stuff I still need. A lot of this stuff I still need. And then up here sits my coffee and tea. I'll move them somewhere into like a closed cupboard just so they're not so, you know, so much in there. I did put these back up. Like I said, one of the first things we did, because we don't have like wine, so first thing we did was I took these out. That gives me a usable shelf. I also have the other shelf up there for wine glasses, and I've actually taken it and flipped it upside down so I have another usable shelf. So I will be moving those shelves around. Pantry's kind of done, but it's these cupboards here. Like, again, like this is extra food supply stuff that, you know, I don't need to really have here. If I can put them in a container and store them somewhere else for a little while. Same with a lot of the stuff up here I don't need out right now. I can start packing this stuff away. I'm not going to open that one because that one's full of personal papers, so that I have to sort through. But I got these other top ones, like the instructions to my Instant Pot, because I forgot how to use it. You know, my coffee maker. the printer, you know, the computer, different, all my instruction manuals. As I've been finding them, I've been putting them in that drawer, so I know where they are. This stuff here, I can probably pack away all this. And same with this. This is just cookie cutters. I'll keep out the stuff for, I think what holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas. So anything that's not those three, I'm going to be packing away. So it'll be pretty easy to know which ones I'm keeping. There is nothing up in that cupboard, or at least I don't think there is. No, there's nothing up in those cupboards, so that is fine. So that is what I'll be working on next today. It is now 5:30, so I mean it takes a long time to do all this stuff, but I will be back when I get this area all done. Okay, I'm just going to show you quickly my kitchen. I'm sorry, I'm just choking on my coffee. Okay, so I've cleared out. I still haven't touched this one skinny drawer because I said that's just personal papers. I'm not dealing with that right this moment. But I've cleared this one out for the most part. Just a couple things I kind of need to know where they are. Sorry. The coffee went down the wrong way. Let's see, so I got this drawer all cleared out. And I've got this drawer all cleared out. This cupboard here, I've got about half cleared out now. So anything that's here is the stuff I use all the time. Oops. Here I haven't touched, but I have a NutriBullet and a Magic Bullet. So I've decided I'm keeping the Magic Bullet. So I'm just going to go and later today wash all the pieces for the NutriBullet. I'm sorry, so I'm going to just go wash all the pieces for the NutriBullet, and I'm going to list that and sell that one because I don't need two. It was really fun to have the two when we had like all the kids at home, but now it's not going to be that way. And then I still have my little gummy maker, which I have out because I wanted to make some gummy candies for Christmas. I haven't had a chance to use that machine yet. Oops. And then this drawer here was so full of stuff. Now I just have it down to the few things that I need. Same with this. This is now just all my baking type stuff that I actually use. And even under here, all that's under here is my 3-in-1 slow cooker and my stand mixer and all the attachments for my stand mixer. So I mean, I've got this cupboard like cleared out. That's still all my pots and pans, or my baking pans that I need. So those I've gone through, and these are the ones that I do actually use. So I'm keeping those. This drawer I haven't gotten to yet. This drawer here is just sandwich bags and cutlery, so those I still need for now. Under there is just a few odd things I gotta just put away wherever they go. This one, of course, is just all the baking, you know, tin foil, garbage bags, sandwich bags, things like that that I do use. So not much to do with that one. Of course, pots and pans. I might, you know, I can't really cut my pots and pans down to any less than that. I mean, there's a few I could put away, but they take up no room in the drawer right now. And then I did go through this, and I actually cleared out most of the stuff in here. Now, I know I don't need all my glass measuring cups sitting here, but I'm worried if I pack them, they might get broken. They're just safer in this drawer for now, so it's all kind of more organized. This drawer and this drawer were like both really full. I'll be going through this because I got duplicates of stuff that I don't need. I still see I've got like quite a few duplicate items, so I'll go through that and kind of pare that down again later today, because I've got the same spoons that are in this drawer. Like I said, I've got 2 canisters full of all these spoons and things, so I don't quite need that many, but I just going through it's getting a good start. Nothing in here. These are just our glass bowls for putting our leftovers away, so those I need. And these, of course, are my serving bowls. So again, they're fine for now. This cupboard here Nothing in here I can pack away because everything that's in here is the stuff I actually use on a regular basis. This drawer is just our regular silverware, so nothing there. And this drawer was really full of stuff. And I've got it just down to the basic few things, which I will go later and I'll pull everything out of all the drawers and line up and get rid of all the duplicates. Like I don't mind having 2 or 3, you know, little things, but I don't need like 6 or 7 of the exact same size spoon. These 2 baskets here were full of all my icing supplies and cake decorating supplies, so I emptied them. This basket was all cookie cutters. So I've got 2 boxes here. One's completely full, one's about half full of everything I've taken out of the cupboard so far. I've got stuff on the island that I gotta put back. But, yeah, so I've got my Halloween and Christmas decorating stencils. I've got, these are brand new, so I've kept them out just so I could use them. So I've got my silicone spatula. This is good for chocolate because I like the way it feels. I had another one, it was smaller, and I was able to get this one at the dollar store. You know, it's Wilton. Able to get it for a couple dollars at the dollar store. Same with this. This is a KitchenAid bowl scrapers. I found this at, you know, Dollarama. I think it was like $3.50 or $4 for the set. You get 2, so those I'm like that. And same with this. This is another Wilton product. It is your scoop chop baker's blade. So I like that. That's a multi-purpose tool. So I actually put some of my metal choppers and scrapers. I've put them away. I put all my other scrapers away because I've got the brand new ones. I have this adjustable rolling pin, which I bought recently. I haven't had a chance to use it, but it's going to be really fun. It's one I've always wanted. And so it's this one's a Roma Designs. It was at Dollarama. I think it was $5. They were, when I first saw them, they were at $3.50. And then I go back a couple months later and they jumped up to $5. But I thought it's worth it because it does the different adjustments. So it's got the different discs for how thick you want your dough to be rolled out to. I can't wait to use that when I'm doing my cookies. This little one I bought last year just after Thanksgiving and just after Halloween. So when I do my cookies, I'll get the pumpkin design, which I can't wait to try. I got my new bottle and jar opener set because mine broke. So that I need to keep out. I've got cheesecloths. I've got my, this is just my all-season cooked chocolates mold. I thought I'd just keep out the one instead of like a whole bunch because I don't even know if I'm going to get to making many chocolates this year. This is for cutting my cake into the different widths. I know last time I was using this, I was having trouble. Found the instructions. I was using it backwards. Of course, I've got this for the pet treats. So I decided to keep that one out. These, of course, are the tips for, this is the only set of tips I've kept out. I packed all my other tips away. And I have these 2, which I very fast make my shortbread cookies. So I got the ones that make square, and I got the ones that do the circle. Oh, and then I did keep this. This is also a brand new set, and this is the icing comb. So you get the very fancy icing around your cakes. So you get a nice, you know, professional icing job. I kept out this box here, and it's my cupcake decorating supply. So it's for all the fondant and everything. So it's got all the tools. I also have extra tools in here for my chocolate making. And I've got a bag of my piping bags. And then this is all I'm keeping out for cookie cutters. I've got this set here, which is a Christmas set. And then I got these other 2 little Christmas sets just to make the mini cookies. Kept out the dog bone one, and I've kept out 2 for Halloween. So got a tombstone and a pumpkin. And then I've got this set of my reusable muffin liners, and then I have this container here is also more of my reusable silicone muffin liners, but these are the heart-shaped ones. But they are fun because, you know, if you take your heart and you flip it upside down, you get Santa's face. Then I've got some of my non-stick cooking sheets here, my little rubber mat. I've got these. I don't know where I got these. Probably, you know, secondhand store buying a bag of kitchen gadgets. but it's the oven bags for cooking turkeys. I will see if this will actually work in the slow cooker or instant pot, because I know they do have them. So I'll figure out if the oven bags do work, because I do know I had purchased the bags for the liners for the slow cooker. So I will see if these will work for that. But if not, I think when I do Thanksgiving, I think my turkey, because I got rid of my slow cooker, I think I might just go back and doing the oven roasted turkey this year. It's been quite a few years since I've done an oven roasted turkey. So, but I'll try these bags and see how good they are. So that is what I have done. Oh, and then up here, I cleared this shelf off and I put these two wooden things back on here for the wine rack. And up here, I've also moved the shelf so I can actually hang the wine glasses, although we only have two. So that's just gonna be, oops, doesn't want to close because there's too much stuff. But I will be clearing this cupboard out too today. So just up in this cupboard is just the extra dishes that I've already pared all our dishes down and packed a lot of stuff. So this is the stuff that I can't really pack away quite yet. So I think for that, I think, oops, tripping over stuff. I think that's all I can do, or it's all I've done so far. And I think that's all I can do in those cupboards right now. But when you come in to the kitchen area, I mean, you know, you can see how big this area. This is the great room. You're supposed to have your living room, kitchen, and your dining room all in one area. So I did move the table, have it that way. It looks good. It's not quite centered the way I wanted it to. It wouldn't work the way I thought it could work because you have to be able to pull the chair out. So the way I wanted to have it centered, it looked off-centered. So this is how it's going to be set up for right now. So I'm just going to continue clearing out my kitchen cupboards and get as much of this. I think I'm done. I mean, there's not a lot left that I can pack away. I'm not packing away my food. I mean, I might go through the coffee and tea and get that all into a different cupboard that's not the open glass shelves. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep working. And then, like I said, I took all the little knick-knack things off of all those little the little open shelves. And so I'll be back when I've actually finished more of this. So okay, so I have now finished my kitchen. I didn't go pare all my utensils down right now today, but I've got everything more organized. So I've got all my kitchen cupboards. I mean, this is how I'm leaving it. This is the stuff we always use. Silverware drawer. This drawer is like empty compared to where it used to be. And these two drawers are pretty empty as well. I didn't really touch much in these drawers or cupboards. They're everything we need. This one I also emptied out, so sorry about that. So I said these ones I have emptied out pretty much. I've got this container here full of chopsticks and the straws and a few other things. Up here, I did put a few extra things up in the top up there, things I know I'm going to be needing soon. I did clear out my whole tea and coffee cupboard. So everything is neat and organized. I got that board flipped the right way, but my wine glasses are too fat. They don't hang on that one, but that's okay. You know, I need the space for actual stuff and not for the glasses to hang down. And then up here above the fridge, I thought this was a good place to put all my extra bags of coffee. I have like 9 bags of coffee up there. So I put all the Starbucks ones in the front. So it looks like, you know, when you walk into Starbucks, there's all the different assortment of coffees. And this cupboard, I kind of cleared it out, kind of organized it a little bit more. There's a few items up on the top that I can put away, but I just feel I kind of need my juice jar or juice jug, whatever. I have my Starbucks cups. I need this stuff. This is stuff I use. So I just don't want to pack everything away. Same with this cupboard. We're going into the prime baking season. This is all my baking essentials. But I did clear off these little cupboards or little open shelves here. So I got a few things on this one. And over here by my sink, it's the stuff I use. That's why it's out where I can see it. But I've got it all cleaned up and washed and organized. You know, even here where my coffee bar station, I even took everything off. I cleaned the counter, kind of organized it, and actually it has more stuff on here now than it did this morning, and it fits better. I did clear out this drawer. I've got this, the phone book will go back there, but with that done, this drawer is like empty. This drawer, I have just these few items that you see here, that's all that's in there. And then all my other baking stuff, I managed to, what I'm keeping out, to fit in the one drawer. And then this cupboard here, these drawers, you know, I mean, there's like really nothing in these drawers. I mean, I can go through and, you know, streamline it, make it a little bit easier because some of the stuff does not function sitting in this drawer. The stuff is from another drawer. But it was just trying to get down to just the bare minimum of what we need, while we are going to be listing very, very soon now. And then I've got this whole area over here, which I still have to deal with the stuff on the table. And I still have a few things over here I have to deal with, but I was just trying to, you know, put out a few things to look neat and organized. Okay, so I'm going to end here. It's taken me 3 days to do my main floor, but I started with the formal living room, formal dining room. I did my craft room, I did the laundry room, now I've done this whole great room. Take me a little longer than I thought for this room. I thought I could do this whole room in one day. It's taken me 2 days to do this, but that's fine. However long it takes, it takes. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's watched my videos and subscribing to my channels, and I'll see you all in the next ones. Bye.